In today's video, I'm going to do a little tour of how we have our homeschool spaces set up in our home. We don't have a designated room, so school happens here on our sofas, at the kitchen table, outside at the picnic table or the back deck, sometimes on somebody's bed, or at the kitchen counter, wherever we feel the call to snuggle up or get to work. Is where we do our learning. But anyways, I do have some ways that I have organized our materials and kind of tried to create spaces for those things that we need to do, or where we would be most comfortable learning in different times throughout the day. So I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to give you a little tour of our main area where we have everything kind of set up. So here we go. This first space is like the main component of all of our homeschool storage and things like that. So if you're in our front room, you'll see, like, you know, we have our bookcase. You'll see it in a lot of pictures and other videos, but we just got a big bookshelf from, it's the Better Homes and Gardens version from Walmart. I'm quite impressed with them. They're great price and easy to put together, and they look great. And pretty sturdy. So anyways, this bookcase holds like the bulk of our stuff, and I just kind of have everything, you know, that works for us. So we use a lot of these magazine holders to store things. They look good. They kind of hold the clutter and give a cleaner look. But anyways, some paper for the kids, and these are a bunch of nature magazines that we have from, so we live in Missouri, and Missouri puts out these Missouri Conservationist and Explore Kids, and they're fun to look at and have a ton of information, so we like using those. Next door to that cubby is all of our books that are assigned reading for history and language arts for my oldest two, and then whatever current book they're reading is kind of just facing out front, so it's easy to get to. And then the boys have some assigned magazine holders for their subjects. So Blaze doesn't have a ton. His fit in one little box. And then we have our science, which we all do together, and then their journals. And then Landon has one for math, history, and his language arts, and then his history textbook is there. And then down here is Mr. Rivers, math, history, and language arts as well. And then this cubby here has all of Blaze's books for his preschool year, just some great books and literature that we want to read through together. Some of Rivers' language arts books are woven in there. Then over here we have some of our favorite resources, some ocean animals, because we're doing the swimming creatures of the 5th day through Apologia. And naturally you just associate ocean animals with that, even though we're river rats and love to be at the river too, but I think it kind of focuses a lot on the ocean animals. And then next to that we have just some of our other resources, encyclopedias, dictionaries, some other ocean books for reference, and then the Part 2 textbooks for the boys' history. And then down at the bottom is everybody's, we're calling them morning baskets. I know it's not the like typical association to the phrase currently in the homeschooling world. Like the morning basket is like the basket the family gathers around, and we've done that here and there, but what I've done is compiled things, activities, stuff for the kids to do, like when they get up in the mornings or they have some downtime and want to, or having a hard time, like I'm bored or whatever, they can go to their morning basket and find something fun and enriching to do, you know, make little projects, do activity books, puzzles, games, so on and so forth. I was really inspired to change up that concept for our family by one of my favorite YouTubers, and that's the Falco family and Serena. I think she is such a wonderful homeschool mama, and she inspires me constantly, and I just love like going back through all of her videos and all the brilliant ideas that she's had and how can I kind of implement them in our homeschool. So Serena, I think you're wonderful. And then next to our bookcase is our library basket. So books that we have checked out from the library kind of hang out here so they don't get lost in the house, which we're not always 100% awesome at, but it sure helps to have that right there. And then this is a recent addition. I found this adorable desk at a local little boutique, and I love it so much. It was in our bedroom, and it just wasn't getting utilized that much even by myself in our bedroom because I'm always out here with the boys and just being in the family. So I thought, well, I'll try and put it out here and see how it functions. So whether or not it's me sitting there or just another place for the kids to sit and work, it's up for grabs as some additional seating. We do have this wood stove in our home. We don't use it. We actually installed one of those wonderful propane wall units. It's so much more efficient than our heater. But anyways, so this wood stove is kind of like my nemesis. It's a little bit of an eyesore to me. I think they're great, but it's not, I don't think it's installed properly. And according to the previous owners, it smokes a ton, and we just, maybe someday we'll fix it up and use it again. I don't know. And then the kids' ocean diorama that we're using for science or building as we learn about the different animals. And then we do actually have a little bit of a morning basket, which is pretty much our Bible time that we do together. And then our read alouds that we're enjoying, or our middle son's language arts read aloud or history read aloud is in there because I read those to him. He's an early reader, so he's not reading chapter books by himself. But anyways, okay, so then we have our dining nook, which is not an overly large space, so I tried to be creative in incorporating things that we need, but don't look too, I don't know. I mean, it is pretty obvious, and we're so proud to be a homeschooling family, so it doesn't really matter to me. But anyways, we have our table, and then over here is our preschool cart, which has some preschooler specific resources. And then over here is kind of like my teacher cart, so things that I need access to quickly throughout the day. Is kind of over there, and that's kind of evolved a little bit. We keep our tablets over there. We have a coin jar for like kind of a reward system, tokens. We call them character coins. Some flashcards, just, you know, the little odds and ends that we want close. These carts are wonderful storage for that, and they roll around. And then our family calendar, a fun little whiteboard. I love our little map. And then this chalkboard I kind of change up with what we're doing with our science stuff. I need to change it because we've switched from pinnipeds to herps, so reptiles and amphibians of the aquatic nature. And then I made some cute little alphabet and number printables for my youngest two, and then their artwork. And my oldest son's whale got knocked off with the broom, and so I have to replace the frame. The glass broke. But they're just the inexpensive little format frames from Walmart. So, yeah, and then we have access to all the delicious snacks that we could possibly want because our kitchen is just right here. And that is how we utilize our main living area for learning and just being together as a homeschooling family. Oh, I guess this cabinet here is a pretty substantial part. It's got a lot of our learning games in the bottom, which, to be honest, it's a little bit disorganized at the moment, but games that we like to play for some fun learning are down in the bottom. This is just some office supply stuff, watercolors, things like that. And then the printer, laminator, some paper, Play-Doh, kids paint, things that I want to get to quickly but don't want the kids to get to quickly kind of go in this upper cabinet. So yeah, that is how we have kind of got everything set up in our home at the moment. And I love it. I love being able to just tell the kids, go grab this. They know exactly where to find it. I don't know, it feels inviting to us, and we definitely utilize everything that we have out. So anyways, that is a look at how we have our home set up for the moment. Now, I will be fully honest, I am one to rearrange and change things quite often, so this could look totally different in a month or two. Who knows? But anyways, this is what serves us quite well for the moment. So thanks for watching.